Okay, they are all today. We'll start a new chapter, chapter number 4 of Unit 3. Okay, so that is what is the chapter? Chapter number 4, poverty. Great. This is the thing that chapter we are going to begin today. Right. So, poverty, you know that what is poverty? Poverty is a situation where people unable to, you know, fulfill its basic needs. That is roti, kapra, and makan. Okay, when a person is not able to having all those basic needs, it means that that person is being in a situation of poverty or a poor. Okay, so kind of thing. Now here, what we are going to see is the who are the poor actually. Okay, who are the poor? That there are some dimensions that will tell us about who are poor actually. Okay. The next, how are poor people identified? We have some, you know, criteria to identify the poor people. Okay, so that we are going to see here in the chapter. The number of poor in India. So, how many people of India are actually poor? How many people are not poor? How many percentage of the population are poor in India? That we are going to see, right? And what causes poverty? Now we'll also see about what are the factors behind that causes poverty. Okay, so obviously poverty means there must not be any enough development in the country. So why the government of the country is not able to give a you know employment to the people? The people are not having employment. So there are so many reasons that we are going to see. Okay, next, policies and programs towards poverty alleviation. ठीक है ना? What is poverty alleviation? Alleviation means removal. ठीक है ना? So the government is, you know, government has, from time to time, the government has introduced many schemes, programs, and policies to remove the poverty in a country. Okay, that those schemes and programs, initiated by the government, that we are going to see here in the chapter. Okay, na? So last thing that we are going to see, poverty alleviation programs, a critical assessment. So whatever the programs and schemes initiated by the government are actually working, are beneficial to the poor people or not, that we are going to see. Critical assessment means whether it is working, not working. So we have to make the assessment. Take care. So the all these things that we are going to see in this chapter, right? So today we'll just have the introductory part, and we'll have just the introductory part. We'll discuss introductory part only. Okay, so let us begin the chapter with the sayings of the Adam Smith. You know who is Adam Smith? You must be knowing the Adam Smith, no? He is the father of economics. He is the father of economics. You all have to remember. Okay? So, what does the Adam Smith says? No society can surely be flourishing and happy of which the far greater part of the numbers are poor and miserable. Okay? So, what does the Adam Smith try to say is that no any society can be flourishing, means can be a happy society, can be a very prosperous society, cannot be. Okay, when there are the majority of the people are in the verge of poverty. When majority of the people are poor, it means that the majority of people are are not happy. So so we can say that that country is not prosperous, that country is not flourishing or prosperous. When majority of the people are happy, then only we can say that that country is prosperous. Okay, so this is the thing that Adam Smith tried to say. So let us start the chapter. Now, introductory part we are going to discuss today, right? Okay. In previous chapters, you have studied the economic policies that India has taken in the last 7 decades and the outcome of these policies with relation to the various developmental indicators. Okay? Providing minimum basic needs to the people and the reduction of poverty have been the major aims of independent India. The pattern of development that the successive 5-year plans envisaged laid emphasis on the upliftment of the poorest of the poor, Antyodaya, okay, integrating the poor into the mainstream and achieving a minimal standard of living for all. Okay, so just you remember, since from the beginning, the aim and objectives of the plans of India. You know that after independence, we adopted a planned economy. ठीक है ना, we had a 5 year plans, ठीक है, where we have various targets are being set, okay, to be accomplished in the 5 years duration, ठीक है. So we had a 5 year plans, and in the 5 year plans, the objective also included the alleviation of poverty since from the independence, ठीक है. So you know, and one of the schemes initiated by the government, that is Antyodaya Yojana, ठीक है ना. It is a type of schemes, you know. So the government has, you know, determines to give a minimum basic needs to the poor people, ठीक है. So why they have started a schemes called Antyodaya Yojana. So here what happened, the government identifies a poor of the poorest people, okay, and they are provided of food grains which are very cheap related to the market price, okay. Now if in the market, if it is, we get that you know, suppose that 1 kg of rice in the market is 20 rupees, they are, you know, through the Antyodaya Yojana, those poorest of the poor people are able by the government at rupees 2, like that only, ठीक है ना. So it means that why they are doing so, because they wanted to give a basic needs to those population of the country which are पुअरेस्ट ऑफ द फोर, सबसे गरीब वाला लोग को, ठीक है ना, आइडेंटिफाई करता है, और उसको बहुत कम पैसा में राइस या जो भी बेसिक नीड्स है, आपका दाल हुआ, आपका गेहूं हुआ, वो दिया जाता था, ठीक है. सो दिस इज द थिंग. नाउ while addressing the Constituent Assembly in 1947, Jawaharlal Nehru had said this achievement is but a step, an opening of opportunity to the great triumphs and achievements that awaits us, the ending of the poverty and ignorance and disease and inequality of opportunity. Okay? So, you know, you are studying a political science also, and I hope that you all know about Constituent Assembly, okay, which was constituted in the year 1946. What is the you know, reason behind constitution of the Constituent Assembly? To frame the constitution for India. So there was a Constituent Assembly, and from that platform, during 1947, Jawaharlal Nehru reiterated this statement, ठीक है ना. What he is trying to say, that we have got the independent, but what is the thing that we are going to, what are the things that we have to follow up in the coming years, is ending of poverty, ठीक है ना. We have to end the poverty and ignorance, ठीक है ना. Who are ignored, who are not taken into consideration, are to be brought in the mainstream, ठीक है ना. And the disease that we are having, like kind of plague type of disease was there. You must have studied in the, you know, history about the plague kind of disease, where, you know, prevalent during the time, and kind of various diseases are there which could be you know, treated. So it means that what the Jail Nehru tries to say, that we have to end the poverty, we have to end the diseases, some diseases, and inequality of opportunity needs to be, you know, removed, ठीक है ना. So this kind of thing needs to be removed from the society. So this is what the Jail Nehru objective, ठीक है ना. However, we need to know where we stand today. Poverty is not only a challenge for India, as more than 1/5 of the world's poor live in India alone, but also for the world, where about 300 million people are not able to meet their basic needs. Okay? But we got to know that this is the one of the objective of the Jail Nehru, that we have to you know, remove the poverty kind of thing right from this independence, okay. But we have to know what is the situation today, okay, in the present time. What is the situation, whether the whatever objective set by the Jawaharlal Nehru have been achieved or not, that we have to see. Okay, and when we see the statistics, you will find that you know, 1/5 of the world's poor are living in India. It's a very bad situation. Okay, na, right from the independence, the, you know, our political leaders always been talking about poverty, but still, the number of poor people in our country is the highest. Okay. So this is the thing. Now, poverty has many faces which have been changing from place to place and across time, and has been described in many ways. ठीक है ना? So when we talk about a poverty, it has different types, different faces. ठीक है ना? Most often, poverty is a situation that people want to escape. So, poverty is a call to action for the poor and wealthy alike, a call to change the world so that many more may have enough to eat, adequate shelter, access to education and health, protection from violence, and a voice in what happens to their communities. Okay? So, you know that in other words, we can also say that poverty is a situation which everyone wants to escape from. वो किसी को भी चाहिए नहीं होता है poverty. आप गरीब होना चाहता है क्या? No one wants to be a poor. ठीक है ना? So ये एक situation है जिससे सब लोग भागना चाहता है. Okay, तो yeah. To know that helps to reduce what helps to reduce poverty, what works and what does not, what changes over time. Poverty has to be defined, measured, and studied, and even experienced. As poverty has many dimensions, it has to be looked at through a variety of indicators: levels of income, consumption, social indicators, indicators of vulnerability to risk, and of social political access. Okay, so to know about all this, what happens, so what we have to know about the poverty is what works. ठीक है ना? What helps to reduce poverty, what are the thing that helps in reducing the poverty, what works, and what kind of, you know, factors that helps the reduction of poverty, what does not and what does not. So we have to identify all those, we have to follow that you know, policies which are actually removing the poverty. Okay, and even experience, as poverty has many dimensions, it had to be looked through a variety of indicators. So by you know that poverty has different dimensions, various dimensions, or you know, you can say dimensions means faces, different faces. So we have to first identify the type of poverty, and accordingly we have to you know, we have to bring a policies to reduce the poverty in our country, to alleviate the poverty in our country. So these are the things that we are going the introduction, these are the introduction, this is the introductory part of your chapter. So what we are going to see all about is the poverty. ठीक है ना? Causes, what, who are poverty, and what makes poverty, means what are the causes of poverty, and what are the initiatives taken by the government to remove the poverty, and whether those poverty initiatives taken by the elevation initiative taken by the government are working or not, that we are going to see in this chapter. Okay, thank you very much.